Hey everyone, Vinayak here. I've been on the fence about whether I should pick up the WH-1000XM3. A new version might be released and the prices could drop. But after the XM4's release, prices have gone down, but they are still pricey. But as you already know, I did pick them up. But why did I pick up the XM3 instead of the XM4? Watch on to find out. So this is the WH-1000XM3, one of Sony's best noise-cancelling headphones. With the advent of XM4s, it did lose the crown of being Sony's flagship ANC headphones, but they are still a worthy contender. Prices have dropped considerably with them hovering around 15k during Amazon sales, and let's get them out of the box. We slide it out like so. The headphones have the interestingly named Headphones app, which is available on both iOS and Android. This app is important as it allows you to control all the features on the headphone and also tune the audio to your liking. Inside we have the case containing the headphones. We will get to that in a bit. 360 Reality Audio free trial, and we also have a map style manual for quick setup instructions and a reference guide. Now for the headphones. The case provided is a hard case which should provide sufficient protection. Looks really nice with the rose gold zipper. The rear has a mesh which allows you to store any accessories for easy access. Opening up the case, we have the headphones within. The XM3s can be used wired too, so included is this 3.5mm to 3.5mm audio cable. Aeroplane adapter to use these headphones on aeroplanes. Not to be mistaken for power adapters as indicated by the sticker here. Now for the headphones, they fold out to their full size, and we have the NFC logo here, and we can pair these headphones to NFC compatible devices with just a tap. And these could be phones, TVs and more. I thought this thing here was a USB port, but these are vents for the speakers, for the air to flow and also for the microphone. The left ear cup has a 3.5mm jack which allows a wired connection. A power button and the smart assistant button is also available here. The right ear cup has a USB-C connector for charging. We have the WH-1000XM3 marked here to let the world know that you purchased the cheaper variant. The Sony logo looks beautiful with the same coppery rose gold color. The same color is present around the vents too. The ear cups are really soft. The styling is not flashy. I would consider this styling more conservative. The design is modern and there are some notable improvements compared to the XM2s. It is made of hard plastic with soft touch padding for the ear cups and the headband. The headband can stretch wide enough to fit most heads with adequate clamping force, and the padding on the top is soft too. Weight is 0.6 pounds, around 270 grams. The XM3s fold down to take less space and they are easy to drop into a bag, and the included case will keep them safe too. Placing them back into the case was a bit confusing in the beginning as we need to only fold the left ear cup down when packing it in. It has now become second nature for me. Pairing the headphone is easy, turn them on and they are ready to pair. It's best to install the headphone app and it takes you through the pairing process. Follow the instructions and it should be paired in no time. We do get this pop-up on screen indicating that the XM3 is ready to pair. Continue and set up all the custom options available. There's tons of settings. Once done, we can see the headphones listed in the app. At last, we can start listening to some music. The ear cups use a soft touch material which feels good, and padding is also comfortable. And at the top of each ear cup are two wide microphones that collect data to help with noise cancellation. We have two buttons on the left ear cup. One is to turn the headphones on and off, and the other is to change between noise cancelling and ambient mode, which also acts as the smart assistant button. You can use any smart assistant installed on the phone such as Google Assistant, Amazon Alexa, or if you have a Samsung phone, even Bixby. Noise cancellation is why you purchase these headphones, and it does a fantastic job of drowning out the outside noise. This is helpful to drown out noises like engine noise, office air conditioning systems, and flights. You can set up how much noise cancellation you want by using the app, and you can also allow a little bit of the ambient noise in through the app itself. Noise cancellation also works if you're not listening to any audio, but the headphones have to be on. But there is passive noise cancellation even if it is not on. You can place your entire palm on the right cup to temporarily lower the audio to be able to hear the world outside. It does need you to cover the side completely to activate. We have touch controls on the headphone which are activated by swiping on the surface of the right ear cup. Swipe up and down to increase and lower the volumes, forward and back to skip tracks, double tap to pause and play. We have options in the app to tune the audio to your liking. We have predefined settings which make changes to the curves, changing the audio dynamics. And these are tuned more for normal users with an emphasis on bass. The mids are slightly tweaked too. And during low frequency sounds, I did feel the headphones vibrate. And you can also set your own custom EQ profiles on the app. These headphones are not targeted for audiophiles, but they don't sound bad either. Not that the sound is bad in any way. They are one of the best in this price range, but they are not perfect. You can also set up 360 Reality Audio and customize the sound for your ears, and by taking photos of each ear and upload them to Sony, which once analyzed by their machine learning algorithm sets up the app for best 3D space listening experience. The XM3's features Bluetooth 4.2, which is a bit old but supports more codecs such as LDAC, SPC and also aptX. aptX is missing on the newer XM4 and is important if you're using an Android phone. Battery life is claimed to be 30 hours on the Sony WH-1000XM3s, but it lasted around 24 hours when the volume was set to around 75% with maximum ANC running. This is still a good result and should keep you happy during long trips. If you need them to run longer, you can turn off noise cancellation and also lower the volume. USB-C charging is great as you don't have to carry a micro USB cable anymore. The internal microphone sounds like this. So this is the quality of the audio that's coming off the XM3s, and I've actually connected it to my computer and using a webcam to record, and I have selected the headset manually, and this is how it's going to sound when you're on your phone calls or you're live streaming. This is the kind of audio quality that you're going to get off these headphones. The frequency response sounds pretty accurate with slight processing in the highs. It sounds good for phone or video calls, but it does sound a bit muffled. As they are not designed to be used as professional microphones, they do sound moderately good. Using the headphones wired gives you the best audio quality as there is no compression. You cannot use the mic when running wired as there is no integrated mic on the cable. These headphones are not water resistant. It might have some basic protection, but Sony doesn't mention any IP rating. So be careful near water. So should you pick up the WH-1000XM3 or the XM4s? Well, that depends on the phone you use. If you use an Apple device, the XM4 is a better choice as it supports Bluetooth 5.0 and also multi-device pairing. If you use an Android phone, the aptX codec allows for much better audio quality, and the battery life is also better on the XM3s, and it has most of the features of the higher priced XM4s, which costs almost 10k more. The audio on the XM3 is more tuned for casual listening, which would keep the average user happy. There are also other headphones available in the same price range, but for active noise cancellation, the XM3s are still the best. I am not an audiophile, so these sound great to me. It did take me some time to tune it to how I like it, but they sound great now. So which Bluetooth headphone would you pick? Comment below. So that was the video. Make sure to like, subscribe and also hit the notification bell to be notified when new videos are added. Thank you for watching and see you all next time.